A beggar lived at a busy railway station in a city. He survived by asking passengers on the arriving and departing trains for money. One day, while begging as usual, he noticed a tall man dressed in a sharp suit. The beggar thought, "He looks wealthy. Maybe he'll give me a good amount." So he approached the man and asked for alms. The tall man looked at him and said, "You're always asking others. Have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar replied, "Sir, I'm just a beggar. I only ask. I don't have anything to give." The man calmly responded, "If you have nothing to give, then you have no right to receive either. I'm a businessman. I believe in give and take. If you can offer me something in return, only then can I give you something." Saying this, the man boarded the train and left. The beggar kept thinking about those words. They struck a chord deep within him. Maybe I don't receive much because I never give anything in return, he thought. But I'm a beggar. What can I possibly offer others? For 2 days, that question haunted him. What can I give? On the third day, sitting near the station, his eyes landed on some flowers blooming near the tracks. A thought struck him. What if I give a flower to everyone who gives me something? Excited, he picked a few flowers. That day, when people gave him money, he handed them a flower in return. People smiled, touched by the gesture, and happily accepted the flowers. Day by day, this became his new routine. He collected flowers and gave them to those who gave him alms. Slowly, more and more people started giving him money. But when he ran out of flowers, people stopped giving. That made one thing clear. People weren't just giving him money out of pity. They valued the small act of exchange. One day he saw the same tall man again, sitting inside a train. Overwhelmed with excitement, he rushed to him and said, "Today I have something to offer. If you give me something, I'll give you these flowers in return." The tall man smiled and gave him money. The beggar handed over the flowers. The man chuckled and said, "Now you're just like me, a businessman." Those words struck the beggar again, but this time with pride and purpose. After the train left, he looked up at the sky, his eyes shining, and shouted, "I'm not a beggar. I'm a businessman. I will become rich." People nearby looked at him and assumed he had gone mad. But from the next day onwards, he was never seen begging at that station again. 6 months later, at the same railway station, 2 men in suits were traveling together. One extended his hand and asked, "Do you recognize me?" The other looked confused. "No, I don't think we've met," he said. The first man smiled and replied, "We've actually met twice before, on this very train. I'm the beggar you once challenged and inspired." The second man was astonished. "Oh, I remember now. I refused to give you money the first time, and the second time, you gave me flowers." The first man nodded. "Yes, but now I run a successful flower business. I'm on my way to another city for work." He continued, "You taught me a law of nature. We receive only when we give. I used to think I was just a beggar, but when you called me a businessman, I realized the truth. People weren't giving me alms. They were buying the flowers I gave. I used that money to buy even more flowers, and soon I became a full-time flower seller. People in this area love flowers, and I fulfilled that need. My small exchange turned into a thriving business." The 2 men shook hands again, both smiling. As the train reached the station, they got off and walked ahead, talking about their businesses. Moral of the story: success begins in the mind, and always remember, what you give is what you get.